On day 1, I spawned in as a baby demon dragon. I watched my father in front of me, fighting the demon lord himself, the Lord of Darkness.
It is time to finally place the demon's curse upon you!
No, never!
Dad, what's going on? I quickly ran into battle, trying to help my father, but he quickly pushed me away and said,
It's not safe for you here, son. Run as far away as you can. Remember, I love you.
As my dad finished his sentence, the Overlord used a special type of magical ability, which fully cursed my dad. No!
How can I be of service, my lord?
Kill the spare! He isn't needed.
Yes, your majesty.
My dad then immediately turned over to me and started to slowly walk closer. Dad? He did his best and tried to attack me. Stop! My cursed dad began chasing me, and I knew that I had to run away now. On day 2, I was flying away as fast as I could with my father right on my tail. I tried my best to lose him, but since I was a baby, he was just too fast for me. He hit me with a strong chain attack, and I couldn't get away. Oh no, I'm trapped.
Oh, are you scared, little one? Don't you worry. I shall make your death a fast one.
Just as I thought all hope was lost, my father was shot back by a powerful archangel. Whoa, who are you? The archangel used incredible abilities to his advantage and started to fight off my father. He hit him extremely hard, which stunned him.
Quick, dragon. I can't hold him for long.
He then waved his hands, which caused a tunnel to form nearby.
Go, now! Follow the tunnel. Find the demon bloodroot at the Tree of Midnight. Once you do, it is important that you meet me back in the Overworld. Good luck.
And I knew that I didn't have a choice. Here goes nothing, Fozo. On day 3, I made my way through the tunnel, full of fear. My dad, it's like his mind is under control. It didn't take long until I reached a clearing, which revealed a large courtyard. In the middle of it stood a tree much different than the rest. Is that the Tree of Midnight? I slowly approached it, looking for the demon root, when out of nowhere, I was hit with a fireball. Ah, what gives? I turned around, only to see an elderly demon lady.
So you've come here for the bloodroot.
The odd lady then brought me over to the demon tree and gave it a hit, knocking down a demon root. Wait, you're going to help me?
Correct. The Lord of Darkness is the ruler of the underworld and has managed to stay that way for eons because of the mind-controlling curse he spreads on his fierce competitors, your father being one of them. Now, pick up the bloodroot.
I did as said, which caused something strange to happen. My body started to change, causing me to grow out my very own dragon claws, and I gained 5 more hearts. Because of this, I now had a very powerful dragon slash. Whoa, this item made me stronger?
Why, yes. I know you want to save your dead little one. And to be quite honest with you, I'm entertained by this. Good luck. Let's see if you have what it takes.
On day 4, I left the chapel with the bloodroot, knowing I needed to find a way to get to the overworld. How am I going to get there?
No, I said place it to the left.
What was that? I made my way over, only to see a large demon engineer outpost. In the center of it was a newly completed portal. Is that where I need to go?
Well. Looks like there's a new demon. You are not allowed here, genius.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Actually, on second thought, if we were to have your demon scales, who knows how much we would be paid?
Oh no! The demon engineers all started to rush in and attack me. They used incredible demon powers to their advantage. Thankfully though, I used my new dragon slash to help me counter their hits. I can tell they were really starting to get weak, but more of them started to come in. I have to think fast. Wait, the portal! I ran as fast as I could and was able to jump right through. On day 5, I made my way on the other side of the portal. Whoa, the skies are blue here? I looked around and everything felt so peaceful. A demon beast just came through a weird looking dumb portal! watched as countless villagers charged in with their swords. No, wait! They all swarmed in and started to fight me off. I used my new demon slash, but I knew deep down I didn't want to hurt them. Because of all of the recklessness, I started to burn down all of the nearby wood inside of the village. Oh no, it's destroying everything. Mayday! Mayday, quick! Throw milk on the fire! I looked around in complete fear. What do I do? Just then, the Archangel himself teleported in and extinguished the entire village in a single move. Whoa!
I see you found the demon root, dragon, but you obviously have a lot to learn.
On day 6, the Archangel brought me far off inside the Overworld until we reached the top of a mountain.
This will be your new home.
Wait a minute. Why? Why are you helping me? You're an angel and I'm a demon.
The Lord of Darkness has done nothing but grow stronger. If nothing is done to stop him, then his reign won't just stop inside the underworld.
Well, look, as much as I want to stop him, I want to do what I can to save my dad.
Which is why I had you get the first of 5 ingredients for the cure.
Wait, did you say cure?
Correct. You will need the blood root, the ice crystal, the heart of lost souls, the inferno bone, and the last one you'll know when you're ready.
So if I find all 5, I can save my father.
And take down the Lord of Darkness.
The Archangel then assigned me to build up my very own home. I went out and got enough materials to make myself a set of stone tools. Then from there, I was able to use them to build up a demon-themed dragon cave. Sweet! With it, I also made a room where I could hold each of the 5 curing items I will find on my journey. 1 down, 4 more to go. This place is coming together already. I looked over and noticed the Archangel built up his very own angel-themed house as well.
Now that you're ready for the next step, I know the location of one more cured item, the ice crystal. Its location resides deep in the tundra with the ice skeleton empire.
Skeletons, huh? Well then, just point me in the right direction. On day 7, I followed the angel's directions deep inside the frozen tundra. All right, where is that crystal? Ah, what the? I turned over. Wait, an ice skeleton? Hey, I need your help.
My help? No, I need yours. If I can take down a demon dragon, then I will for sure get my sword back.
Your sword? The ice skeleton then rushed in and started to attack. Then from afar, he had the ability to shoot ice at me. Ah, knock it off.
Never!
I fought back as hard as I could and slashed him. Hey, what did I do to you?
My special skullborn sword has been passed down from generations and is very special to me. My king, he took it, all because he doesn't think I'm worthy. He sees me as a coward. But if I took you down, then he would have nothing to say.
I understand, but listen, maybe you can help me with something. And in return, I can help you get your sword back.
I like where this is going. What did you have in mind?
On day 8, the ice skeleton and I formed a perfect plan. This might just work. We entered his ice kingdom, and I was his prisoner.
Are you sure this'll work?
No, but it's worth a try. We then approached a large ice throne room, and sitting on the end of it was the ice skeleton king himself. And is that? It is the ice crystal.
What beast did you bring to my kingdom?
Sire, I have bested it in combat to prove that I am no coward and worthy of that very sword you hold.
I'm done with your shenanigans. You know what I think I'll do? I'll put both of you in the dungeons.
Oh no. On days 9 to 10, the Ice Skeleton King charged in and started to hit my new friend and I with massive strength. He dealt an insane amount of damage to both of us. But me and my new skeleton friend knew that we couldn't give up. We have to keep fighting.
Let me help.
Our hits were starting to pay off. I can tell that the king was starting to get low.
No! No!
And with one final hit, we were able to take him down. I think this belongs to you.
Oh my! It feels so good to hold it again. Thank you, Fozo. You have no idea how much you helped me out. My name is Shard, and feel free to take that ice crystal.
Thanks. I walked over and collected the ice crystal, causing my body to fully change. My small horns began to grow out, and I gained 5 more hearts. Now, I had an insane ability that allowed me to charge at my enemy with my demon horns. Sweet.
Listen, is there any way I could come back with you? After all of this, I have nowhere else to go.
Yeah, of course. On days 11 to 12, I started to bring Shard back with me to base. It didn't take long until I noticed something wasn't right. There were large cracks spread out through the floor that looked like led straight down to the underworld.
This doesn't look good.
Out of nowhere, the entire area began to shake. What's going on?
How did that puny dragon get away? I can't let him ruin my plan. I can't!
So, what do you want us to do?
You speak only when spoken to. Go, spread among the overworld, and do not come back until you bring me his head!
Sir, yes, sir!
Soon, my people, this domain shall spread fully throughout the overworld, and I shall be the ruler of everything!
On days 13 to 14, I brought my ice skeleton friend back home with me.
Wow! I love it here, but I think it's a little too hot.
Right. With his help, we both went to work and were able to make him his very own icy tower to live in. There you go. I hope you like it.
Like it? I love it!
After that, I went to my storage room to place my ice crystal down. There we go. 2 down, 3 more to go. Just as I finished, I found a soul wandering through our base. What the?
My home, our people. Ugh.
Oh my goodness. What's going on? On days 15 to 16, I followed the soul's path until I reached a small town being under attack by the demon forces. Oh no, they made it here?
Leave us alone!
Never! We must become stronger for our lord!
I watched as the demons completely destroyed the souls, which caused them to grow stronger. I wanted to save them, but deep down, I knew that there were way too many of those demons to take on myself.
Someone help me!
Far off on the other side of town lied a small, innocent soul. Oh no, I have to save him. I flew over to the group, which caught the demons' attention. They began to shoot out deadly attacks at me, but thankfully, I was able to dodge most of them. Hey, I'm here to help.
Quick! Follow me!
You don't have to tell me twice. Together, the little soul and I made it to a mineshaft entrance, and the soul quickly shut it behind us, cutting us off from the demons.
We will get you! Find a way inside, now!
On days 17 to 18, the soul and I went deep through the creepy mineshaft. Hey, who even are you?
This here town is a ghost town. Literally! And I think those demons came here searching for one of our ghostly items, the Heart of Lost Souls.
The third item that I need. They probably don't want me to have it.
Yeah, but little do they know, they aren't in the right place.
Wait, really? Do you know where it is?
I do, but why would I tell you? Look, I helped you escape. I have other things to worry about.
The little soul then zoomed off. Hey, wait! I chased it deep within the caves. He led me through vast tunnels until I finally cornered him at a dead end. Look, I just want to talk.
I don't have time to talk. Those demons, they separated me from my father. I need to find him before it's too late.
Well, maybe I can help you out with that. Look, I'll help you find your father, and in return, you will tell me where I can find the Heart of Lost Souls. Do we have a deal? On days 19 to 21, the soul led me outside an alternative exit. Okay, now where would those demons take them?
If he's still alive.
I then looked nearby and noticed a trail of fire and the underworld. The demons had to have gone this way. Come on! The soul and I ventured off, following the path, until we finally reached a large overworld demon outpost. Is that my father?
Put the rest of the souls in cages. Thanks to them, we know where the heart of the lost souls is.
Oh no, that's not good. I have to find it before they do. It wasn't long until the little soul got excited and flew off. Wait! I followed him, and we stopped nearby a cage.
That's my dad! He's alive!
We have to be quiet, or else we're gonna both be caught. Just then, I looked over at my dad and noticed him placing fire on top of weird pillars. Because of this, the Lord of Darkness himself was summoned.
You better have good news.
We are close to finding my son. We have already taken down a soul civilization in the progress.
I do not care about some stupid souls. I want that demon dragon down before he is too powerful. Do you not understand? I cannot be stopped. My mission must go on. In time, every living being will be of the demon kind, and I shall rule them all.
That doesn't sound so good. Okay, time to break your dad out. The little soul flew over and broke its father out. Now, let's get out of here before those demons find out. On days 22 to 26, the souls and I escaped the demon's outpost.
I'm so glad you're okay, Dad.
Hey, a deal is a deal. You said you can show me where the Heart of Souls is.
Yeah, as promised, I will show you. Follow me.
The soul led me far away into a desert biome. Far off inside of it was a tiny rock? You're saying the item is in this?
No, only those who know the soul melody can access the location. Step back.
I did, and the little soul began to sing a melody.
Open like a soul, open, become full.
The entire area then started to shake, which caused a large pyramid to appear in front of us. Whoa! Hey, if you guys need a safe place to stay, then you can come back home and live with me if you want. The souls agreed and flew off. Now, time to head inside. On days 27 to 29, I made my way deep inside the pyramid. It didn't take long for me to realize that the demons had already been through it. The walls and floors all looked demonic and were filled with lava. This isn't good. I kept walking through until I ran into a group of them. Hi? Attack! The demons all started to attack me. But thanks to my new Dragon Rush upgrade, I was able to fend them off. I took down all but one.
I must tell the others.
No, get back here. I chased the demon through the pyramid hallways and was able to take him down. Aha! Upon his death, I was able to spot a torn piece of paper far off in another room. Huh, what's this? My attention got quickly caught though, because the entire area started to rumble. Oh no, what's going on? On days 30 to 32, I followed the rumbling throughout the hallways. It's coming from over here. Just then, I reached a much larger room, and far in the center of it held the Heart of Lost Souls. Yes! I quickly started to make my way over, but then was blasted aside by a soul guardian?
A demon? No! You are not worthy of my heart!
Wait, listen! But the Guardian didn't say anything else and immediately began to attack me.
You are nothing but evil and shall be disposed of!
I'm on your side! I'm trying to stop the demons! The Soul Guardian didn't listen though, and I knew that I had to fight back harder. I did, and I can tell that he was really starting to get tired. With one last hit, the Soul Guardian admitted defeat.
You're not going to kill me? I thought...
You thought I was what? A demon? Wanting nothing but harm and destruction? Well, think again. I decide who I am.
A demon not restricted by its own species? That I can respect. Very well. The heart is yours.
Thank you. I walked over and picked up the Heart of Lost Souls. This caused me to gain 5 hearts, and my body started to change. fiery cracks spread out throughout my scales, and I now had an amazing ability to shoot out dragon breath. Sweet! On days 33 to 35, I made it back to base. Hey, you guys made it.
Yeah, this place is lovely.
Well, it's about to get a whole lot better. From there, I went out and got the right amount of materials to make the Soul family their very own home to stay in.
This is amazing. Thank you so much.
No problem. I knew I was just going to get bigger and bigger, so I also made my dragon den much larger as well. Now that is for a full-size dragon.
Bowser, I have returned.
Is everything okay?
No, not at all. My people know that the demons have made it to the Overworld. They are not pleased.
I know, this isn't good, but hey, I wanted to show you something. I then threw the angel over the piece of paper I found inside of the museum. Any clue of what this is?
Oh my, I know exactly what this is. This is the first half of the map that leads straight to the Dragon Catacomb.
What's so special about this place?
Oh, I know! A very special type of bone is said to be held there.
Wait, the Inferno Bone, the 4th item for the cure.
I don't know where it is, but I think I may know how you can get your hands on the rest of that map you have. Quick, Fozo, follow me!
On days 36 to 39, Shard took me far away from our base and into a deep forest of some sorts. Where are you taking me?
You'll see.
It wasn't long until we reached a hidden village owned by elves? Huh.
Oh boy, what do we have here, huh? A little old demon dragon here to hurt us?
No, he's with me. I've come to talk to your elder.
Follow me then, and don't try anything funny, you little monster.
We were taken over to the Elder Elf, who was looking down on a planning table. I knew you would come here, dragon. I sensed it with my ancient magic. Well, I'm here because I heard you guys had something that I need. The rest of my map. Ah, yes, we do. But why would we give it to someone like you, huh? For all we know, you could be a demon spy. Well, I'm not. I do suppose there's a way you can prove it. Word has spread that the demon kind have evolved since their presence here. Wait, what? They've gotten stronger? Correct. And not too far from here lies a new demon camp. Take it down, and then I shall give you your map. On days 40 to 44, the elves escorted me all the way to the demon camp.
Just don't get your old little self killed, haha.
I watched, and just like the Elder Elf said, the demon forces had evolved. I have to take them down. I flew in and alerted them.
The dragon! Get him!
Before, I was able to fight off against them very easily, but now they were able to fly up just like me. These demons were definitely stronger, but I knew if I wanted to save my father, I had to be even better. With all of my powers combined, I was able to best all of the demons. Yes!
It was a trap.
What? Out of nowhere, lightning shot from the skies, revealing none other than the Lord of Darkness himself.
I have finally found you!
You! What you've done to my father? To countless demons? It's wrong!
Silence! You have no right to speak to me! You are nothing but a waste of space! And you should have been dead to begin with! But now, I'll finally make sure that happens!
The Lord of Darkness started to attack. He was very strong and shot out very powerful demon attacks right at me. Ah! I knew deep down I was not strong enough to face him. He's too strong. One more hit and I'm done for. Just as I thought all hope was lost, the Elder Elf teleported in using his ancient magic and teleported both of us out.
No! No!
On days 45 to 47, I was teleported deep inside the elf village. Oh, what happened? So, it is true, Demon Dragon. You are really good after all. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to show you guys. Follow me. I followed the elf, going deep under their elf village until we reached a vault room. Inside of it held the map. Wait, I could just have it? Yes, we know of the Lord of Darkness and his horrible plans. If he gets away with them, he won't. I promise. From there, I went over and picked up the map. This caused both of the pieces to magically form together as one. Sweet! Listen here, all of us in the overworld are rooting for you, Demon Dragon. It's time to show them that not all demons are bad after all. On days 48 to 52, I roamed far out throughout the world until I finally reached a wide entryway that led down deep inside the sacred dragon catacombs. I quickly looked around, but soon realized that there was no way inside. All there was a strange crack carved in the wall. What am I supposed to do with this? Just then, a large knight ran up to me.
Hey!
Who are you?
No, who are you? An intruder?
An intruder? You are the one here who isn't a dragon at a dragon catacomb. The knight became furious and began to attack me. Ah! He had a powerful axe. With every slam, he sent the ground rumbling. Ah! I then realized he had a weak spot, his back. Okay, Fozo, now! I perfectly timed my attack and was able to dragon dash right into his back. This caused the knight to fall over and admit defeat. Yes! Because of this, he dropped his large axe. Wait a second. Using it, I was able to slam it into the crack on the wall, which opened up the main entryway inside. On days 53 to 56, I went deep into the dragon catacombs until I reached a very large opening. Whoa, a graveyard? Where do I even start searching? I roamed around looking for the infernal bone until I finally reached a large pit inside of the graveyard. Oh my! There were at least hundreds of floating bones inside of it. The infernal bone has to be here. I tried to pick one up, but because of this, the bone transformed into a large, scary bone serpent. Ah! It bit me, which dealt a ton of damage. Wait, so every time I pick up the wrong bone, I get hurt? Well, great. How am I supposed to find the right one?
So, you're looking for the infernal bone, are you?
Yeah, I am. And who are you supposed to be?
I am a bone wolf. I've lived in this horrible place for way too long. But I think I may know a way I can help you. Only if you help me in return.
Okay, wolf. You have yourself a deal. On days 57 to 59, my new bone wolf friend brought me throughout the catacombs far off in another area. Where is it you're taking me?
I'm taking you here. This is the fiery pit of Inferno, set to grant the user with the vision of the flame.
Maybe with this vision, I could see which bone the infernal bone is. I decided to dive straight in, which caused something to happen. My eyes turned into larger flames. Whoa, I think it worked.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Now, what can I do for you?
Well, you see, I've been trapped in this cave for what feels like an eternity. My only request is if I can somehow leave this place with you. I don't want to be underground anymore.
Oh, of course. Together, the wolf and I went back to the pile of bones. Now, which one is the Inferno one? Something started to happen with my vision, and it caused the Inferno bone to reveal itself amongst the pile. Aha! There it is. I went over and picked it up, which caused my body to change. I gained 5 more hearts, and now had full-sized wings. Because of this, I now had a new power, which allowed me to trap my enemies with a demon chain. This is awesome. On days 60 to 63, I brought the Bone Wolf back with me to my home.
Oh my, it's been so long since I've seen the skies.
I quickly went off and got the right amount of materials to make him his very own home. I even made the roof out of glass so he can truly enjoy the new atmosphere.
Oh, this is perfect. Thank you.
No problem. I then went over and placed the 4th item down on the pedestal. Just one more. I'm almost done. Just then, a large explosion sounded off. What was that? I went out to go see what was going on, and it was none other than my father.
Hello, son.
On days 64 to 68, I watched as my father and countless demons swarmed my base. No!
Leave me alone!
I knew that I had to go in and help. I flew in and started to use my dragon breath to my advantage. This alone took out all of the nearby demons, but more and more of them just kept coming. Thankfully, my new bone friend jumped in and started to fend them off. While they were distracted with each other, my dad dropped down right in front of me. Dad, please, it's me, your son.
No, you are my mission!
My dad then leapt in and tried to kill me. Ah, please stop.
I will never stop until you're dead!
But Dad.
Your dad is gone! He is dead!
No, I don't believe that. I charged in, and my father and I began to fight. His attacks hurt me a lot, and I knew he had way more experience than me, but I had to try. Then, out of nowhere, an idea sparked within me. I used my new demon chain ability and trapped my dad with it.
Let me out! Bowser, it looks like you've contained your father.
Yeah, but it won't hold him for long.
It looks like you're finally ready to get inside the light realm and obtain the final item, the heart of an angel.
On days 69 to 73, I was teleported out of my base. Ah, where am I? I looked around and there was nothing but infinite skies and a bunch of clouds.
So it's true. The Archangel wasn't lying. And you actually showed up.
Who are you?
Who am I? What am I? None of it matters. Now follow me.
I followed the mysterious angel throughout the light realm until we reached the edge of a cloud. Far off in the distance was a huge arena. It looks so sacred.
That's because it is. That right there is the Forbidden Island. And it holds the very item that you seek.
Knowing this, I flew off towards it, but as soon as I tried to enter inside, I was shocked and sent back by a huge burst of energy. Ah, what happened?
If you stayed back and listened, you would know that those of the demon kind are forbidden.
Well, come on. There has to be a way I can get inside.
Well, I actually do know of a way, and it involves you having to get rid of your inner demon.
On days 74 to 77, I followed the Angel Guard to a weird type of arena. What are we doing here? I'm not like the other demons. I don't want destruction and chaos.
That is the only reason we are here. If you were anything like the others, you wouldn't even get this opportunity. Now, enter the Crucible!
I continued inside when suddenly thunder struck and the sky started to change color. In a flash of smoke, another vision of me appeared, but he was different. You are a disgrace. You have brought shame on your entire kind. That's not true. I'm doing what's right. What's right? You don't know what you're talking about. My inner demon then started to attack me. He was really strong and had a lot of the same attacks as I did. How am I supposed to defeat myself? You coward! This is the end for you! My demon half blasted me with a powerful attack and knocked me backwards. I knew you were weak the moment you betrayed your kind. No, you are the weak one. I gathered all of my strength. This is for my father! The difference between us is that I have something worth fighting for.
Well done, Bozo. Well done.
On days 78 to 80, I went back to the Forbidden Island, but this time I was able to enter. Sweet! I walked into a large arena, and there were 3 ancient angels standing on platforms above me. Then I looked closer, and behind them was the Angel Heart.
A demon? What are you doing here?
Look, I know I'm a demon, but I'm here for the right cause. I want to see the end of the Lord of Darkness.
A demon? Doing something selfless?
Well, that is unheard of. All demons are the purest evil.
No one should even be allowed in here, let alone receive the heart of an angel. Now leave at once!
I am not leaving without that heart.
Fine. Have it your way.
Oh no. On days 81 to 85, one of the ancient angels swooped down and began attacking me.
No demon has ever stepped foot on this island. Now that you have, you will not live to tell the tale.
The angel was strong, and his light attacks were very powerful.
How? How can a demon withstand this?
I am not like the other demons. That is what I was trying to tell you. With each attack, I was wearing down the angel until it was time for the final blow.
Do it! Finish me! Show me who you really are.
No, I'm not gonna kill you. I already told you I'm not with the demons. I'm trying to stop the Lord of Darkness, and I need that heart to break his curse.
Maybe he is worthy of the heart. No true demon would have been able to survive here in the realm of light.
Come here, take the heart, and be warned. If used for the wrong reasons, the wrath of the realm of light will fall upon you.
I went up to the angel's heart and grabbed it. Then my chest started pounding, and I could feel a warmth pour over my body. I got a core of light and gained 5 more hearts. The power swelled inside of me, and all of my attacks became stronger. Then I tried my new ability. I could shoot a light ray from my chest? Awesome!
You truly are good. Go, save your father and defeat the Lord of Darkness.
On days 86 to 90, I was teleported back to my base. Whoa. Okay, now to collect all the materials. I quickly went inside and gathered all of the ingredients for the potion. I then flew over and saw that my father was being held in a cell. I'm guessing you made this, huh?
Bozo, you've done it. I wasn't sure if you'd make it in the realm of light.
Look, I have everything we need. Now, how do we save my dad?
Save me? Save me from who? You are the one that needs to be saved.
Here, give me the ingredients.
I handed over the ingredients, and the Archangel mixed them in a vial, casting a spell on it.
It's ready.
I took it and threw it on my father.
Don't you dare! Don't! Oh! Bozo?
Dad? Dad, are you there?
Son, I am so sorry. I don't know what happened. I lost myself in the curse, and I couldn't even think my own thoughts.
It's okay. The curse is gone now.
Thank you for saving me, my boy. You're all grown up.
Well, it's not over yet. The Lord of Darkness is trying to take the Overworld for himself, and he is using his curse to destroy everything that opposes him.
Bozo, we will stop him.
On days 91 to 94, my father and I walked throughout my home.
You? You did all of this? Wow, son.
Yeah, every day since you've been cursed, I've been out trying to save you, Dad. And in doing so, I think I've been showing the world that not all demons are bad.
Your son, he's a hero.
From there, I looked upon everyone that I helped along my journey and knew what we all had to do. It's time we fight! Just as I finished my sentence, far off in the distance, a large underworld ravine formed, and from it, countless demons emerged. Oh no.
His plan. He's gonna take over the Overworld.
The Lord of Darkness emerged from the ravine himself. On days 95 to 99, my fellow friends and I rushed into battle against the Lord of Darkness. Charge! There were a lot of demons, but with all of us working together, we were able to really put up a fight against them.
Take this!
Way to go, Dad! It's good to have you back! Just then, the Lord of Darkness casted a spell and summoned a large demon arena over the battle.
Bozo, we must stop the Lord of Darkness now. It's us or him.
You're right. As my people were fighting his army, I looked over and saw him there watching, waiting for me. On day 100, I flew and landed on top of the arena. It's over!
No, it will never be over. I must stay the ruler of the underworld.
Not if I have anything to say about it. The two of us rushed in and clashed in the center of the arena. He was extremely fast with his movements and used his speed to his advantage. But with my newly found skills and strength, I was really putting up a fight against him. You should have known better than to mess with us dragons.
This can't be! No!
I kept charging in, and he was attacking back, but looking weaker and weaker.
No! No!
The Lord of Darkness was down, and now both worlds can live in peace. On day 1, I spawned in as a cursed dragon. I was somewhere inside of a large evil castle with a witch standing in front of me.
At last, I have created the cursed dragon. You will help me curse the entire world.
Curse the world?
Yes. Creatures like you and I have been shunned by Minecraft. They must pay for this.
The witch commanded me to fly off and use my powers to spread the curse. I took off and headed towards some houses. I was worried about a fight because I only had 3 hearts, but I knew I had to try. There was a group of players standing right in front of me.
A cursed skeleton dragon?
Ah! They took out their swords and started to charge me. Ah, please no! I suddenly used my dragon breath, and it converted all of them into ghoulish monsters. Whoa, that's awesome. I'm far more powerful than I look. Spreading this curse is gonna be a ton of fun. On day 2, I arrived at a large kingdom with my cursed mobs by my side. We entered and started to spread our curse to all the villagers.
The legend of the cursed dragon is true! The witch has returned!
I blasted them with my cursed breath and started infecting the other mobs with it as well. After cursing them, I suddenly gained 5 more hearts. It looked like the more people I cursed, the stronger I became. I decided to venture throughout the rest of the kingdom. I was able to find some cobblestone and wood, as well as some food. I started to command my newly acquired army to follow me. While I was flying off, I spotted a small rat running from the kingdom. Anyways, I have bigger things to curse than that little guy. As my army traveled away from the kingdom, we came across a large open area. This seems perfect for my base of operations. I dropped the material to some of the cursed creatures, and they got to work constructing me a base. Another group of creatures went out and defeated some sheep for wool. They then returned to me with a bed. Once my base was finished, I commanded my army to go into the world and curse more of it for me. This is incredible. I already have a base and an army? Man, I placed my bed down and began to feel tired. Ugh.
One day, son, you'll defend these lands just like I do. I just know it.
Dad? Ugh. Who was that? Are there more dragons out there? Man, I have to go and see the witch about this. On day 4, I returned to the witch's lair, and there were cages full of prisoners.
Bozo, just in time. I need you to curse these creatures for me now!
Of course. I immediately blasted all of the cages with my breath and cursed them. After cursing the prisoners, the witch grew a little in size. The witch was happy with the progress that I've made and rewarded me with a set of bone tools. Tools? What am I gonna need this for? The witch told me to go off and retrieve an item for her, and in return, she will share more of her power with me. Sounds like a plan. On day 5, I was traveling toward the location the witch had given me. She mentioned a very specific black and red urn I would have to collect. Along my travels, I spotted my cursed army attacking a castle. It made me so proud to know that my army was still hard at work. Suddenly, a rat came rushing towards me from the castle. Wait a minute, was that the same rat? These guys seem to be all over the world. Hey, stop!
Now why would I do that,
The
huh?
rat told me that he just left one kingdom and now was forced out of this one by a bunch of undead ghouls.
Name's Busta. Everywhere I go, people just don't want me around. What did I ever do to anybody, man? I'm just trying to live a life.
I thought about using my breath to curse him, but I decided against it. He was an outcast, just like me and the witch, so I felt a connection with him. Listen, here's the coordinates to my base. You can stay there. Buster thanked me and set off toward my home. I continued on my journey and eventually came across a large structure. This must be the place that the witch told me about. On day 6, I entered the structure and there were some kind of strange looking villagers inside. They had guns and began to attack me. I blasted the creatures with my cursed breath, but it had no effect on them. Huh? Was this what the witch was talking about? I took out the bone sword the witch had given me and began to fight back against them.
We defeated the curse once. We will do it again.
Ah! Stop it! If I can't change you, then you must be destroyed. I started dodging the creatures' attacks and managed to defeat all of them. I then started to feel strange, and suddenly I grew into a full-size dragon, and I noticed that I had 20 hearts. But then I began to feel sick and
Hide, now!
Dad, what's going on?
You will never get away with this.
Dad! What are these memories I'm having? I don't have time for this right now. I need to get that item. I found the urn and picked it up. Awesome. I hope the witch is pleased with my accomplishment. I flew away from this place. I wonder who those people were and what they wanted. Man, that's for another day though. On day 7, I returned back to my base and saw Buster was fighting with one of the cursed mobs that was there.
Hey, buddy, I didn't take anything away from you, all right? Get away!
Whoa. Break it up, guys. I separated the two of them, and the cursed creature walked away. I decided since he was there, I needed to make a place for him to stay. We got to work constructing a house for him. Once we finished, I realized because of my size, I wasn't going to be able to fit in my own house now. The two of us continued to build my base to fit my new size. Afterwards, I knew Buster was going to need to eat something. I got to work collecting seeds and created a small farm for him. Buster then said,
Here, Fozo, I lied. I took this from him.
He dropped me a cursed helmet. Hey, thanks. This is gonna come in handy, but maybe don't lie, all right? I realized that this guy wasn't that bad after all. I told him that I had to go see the witch and deliver her an item that I went out to get her.
Witch, you say? How do you know that you can trust her? Witches are people that you can't really trust that often.
No, I told him that we worked together and she brought me into this world. I had no reason to think otherwise. Buster just nodded his head, but I decided to ignore it. I headed off toward the witch. On day 8, I made it to one of the witch's new hideouts, and she was waiting for me. Whoa, she's definitely getting larger. She told me that now 1/4 of the world has been cursed. We're that much closer to cursing the entire world.
It seems you've gotten bigger as well. Do you have the item I requested?
Yes, I do. I gave her the urn, and in return, she cast a spell and gave me a new ability. I wonder why she wanted that urn and why it appeared as though those people were guarding it. I didn't have time to ask questions because the witch told me to test out my new ability. I jumped in the air, and when I landed, I sent out a cursed shockwave in all directions. Wow, this is so strong.
Yes. And soon you'll be the most powerful mob in the world.
I then asked the witch about the memories I thought I was acquiring. She told me that I need to do one more thing for her, but it's going to be much more difficult.
I will tell you what you want to hear once you do this for me.
On days 9 to 10, I made my way into the jungle like the witch had instructed me to do. What was I looking for? I came to a clearing when I heard a loud roar behind me. I turned to see a large jungle beast emerge. The cat started to charge at me, and I stood my ground using my breath to curse it. It didn't seem to work, and the beast hit me really hard, taking away some of my heart. I started to fight at him close range to weaken him while trying to avoid his attacks. I jumped in the air and used my new shockwave ability to weaken him. I used my breath on the beast again, and yes, the beast transformed into a large black cursed beast. I told the beast to link up with the rest of my army. As he headed off, I realized that although I felt like the strongest monster, I was far from it. I was going to need to get some serious upgrades if I wanted to lead this army correctly and fast. On days 11 to 12, I went inside of a cave and started to look for iron to finish my armor set. I continued deeper inside and eventually found some iron. Once I collected it all, I smelted it and used it to create an iron set of pants and boots. This should be much stronger now. I made my way out of the cave and suddenly got ambushed by the strange villager hunters I'd seen earlier.
Kill the dragon for the resistance!
Do you really think you guys stand a chance against me now? I started to fight them with my tools until I realized, oh no, there's too many of them. I blasted the hunters with my cursed breath and was actually able to convert most of them to my army. One of the hunters managed to avoid the attacks and said,
Stupid dragon, do you really think that bad breath of yours is helping the world?
I don't care what you think. You have shunned people like me from this world for too long. This was the right thing, right? All these people deserve the curse for how they treated us. I need to find out who these people are and what exactly is going on. I flew toward the witch, wondering if what I did was right. I returned to the witch's hideout, still thinking about the events of the previous day. Who are those people?
Bozo, so good of you to return. Did you complete the task that I had given you?
Yes, I converted the beast, but there's still something far more troubling. The witch told me that she was proud, but wanted to know what bothered me. I told her about my encounter with these strange hunters and their accusations against us. I asked if cursing everyone was the right thing to do.
Of course course it's right. Those monsters are responsible for so many of our people, including your parents.
My parents? The witch told me the resistance hunted down my parents and ended them for being so different. I was filled with so much rage. Where are they? They must be destroyed. The witch told me that their base was a castle not far from here.
Now go, Fozo. Destroy the resistance and avenge your parents.
I won't fail you. I flew out of the base, ready to destroy everything in my path. On days 15 to 16, I made it to the castle the witch mentioned. As I landed inside of it, the people started running around in a frenzy. The curse is back! We're all doomed! Who are these people? I needed to get some answers. Aren't you guys responsible for the death of the dragons? The citizens still ran from me, and I was frustrated. I managed to catch one of the citizens. You guys are the ones responsible for killing my people.
No! We had nothing to do with the disappearance of dragons!
He explained that dragons were sacred to their people. I wasn't sure if I believed him, but he told me that there was an ancient library that could confirm what he was saying. He also told me that there's other information about the curse. The curse? I remembered all the people I'd seen screaming about the curse returning.
Yes, don't you know how much your curse is destroying the world?
I flew off toward the library. One thing's for certain, I need to know the truth. I had been flying for a while when I spotted my army. I noticed that they had grown in size since the last time I saw it. Wow, you guys have been busy. Because of my cursed breath, more creatures have joined the witch's army. If I kept spreading the curse, our army would be unstoppable. One of the soldiers in the army approached me.
So, where should we go next?
If I took them to the library with me, it would be a hassle. I couldn't just let them go around and attack more people until I had my answers. I flew over to the army and issued a command. Cursed army, return to the witch and await for further orders. The army obeyed me and made their way back to the witch. Good. I flew off from the army and landed in front of the library. Now I can finally get some answers.
You there? What are you doing back here? And where is Fozo?
The dragon has ordered us to return here while he ventured elsewhere.
What are you up to, Fozo?
On days 19 to 20, I made my way throughout the library looking for answers. I kept looking around and found a book. It was about the witch. I read the book and found out that the witch was so curious about magic and spells and decided to experiment on all the villagers, some of which helped, while others seemed to have drastic results. She refused to stop her work, and as her ambition grew, the villagers had no choice but to banish her from the village. Before she left, the witch vowed to curse everyone who has wronged her. The book also told me that the witch continued her experiments and made enemies with other creatures, like dragons. Dragons? I tried to read more of the book, but it didn't have any more value. If she was enemies with the dragons, why would she create me? I knew something was off, but I wasn't sure who I could believe. I had to talk to Buster and see if he could help me. I flew off back towards my base. On days 21 to 23, I flew back, and Buster was there waiting for me. He had a strange look on his face. What is it? Do you have something to tell me?
Yeah, while you were gone, I know how much you liked your armor, so I gathered this from more of those boneheads over there.
Buster dropped me the rest of the cursed armor set. Thank you. I really appreciate what you've done for me. He could tell that I was down and asked me what was going on. I caught him up on the information I'd found at the library. So she was expelled from the village for her less than conventional practices. I don't know what to believe.
I tried to warn you, but you didn't want to listen to me, man.
He continued to say that rumors of the cursed witch had been heard all around the world before I even showed up.
It seems as though the rumors are now confirmed, man.
How could I have been deceived by this? I was tricked into spreading this witch's curse, and it was never about me, but rather her own selfish wants. I flew off to confront her. This ends now. On days 24 to 26, I returned to the witch's hideout. It appears as though the cursed army was not here. Where could they have gone? Witch, what in the world is this curse that you've been spreading all over the world? Isn't this curse the reason you got banished from that village?
How dare you look into my past? You had no right.
I have no right? You're the one that's been lying to me. This curse isn't helping anyone. You need to stop all of this right now.
Stop. I'm just getting started. did.
The witch blasted me and sent me flying through the air. I guess I have no choice but to take you down. I blasted her with my cursed breath, but it had no effect. The witch laughed and it hit me with a stronger spell. Ah, she's so strong.
You foolish dragon. No one will stop me from cursing this world. Not even you.
I needed to escape. I used the rest of my strength and flew away before she could deal any more damage to me. I couldn't fly anymore and crash landed into the ground. I felt so weak. Ugh.
You will never win as long as my son exists.
I have a plan for that.
Dad!
Come, dragon. I have big plans for you.
On days 27 to 29, I woke up and realized that witch was responsible all along for the death of my family. I noticed that in my fight, I lost some of my hearts. I only have 10 now. I had doomed the world by spreading this curse and strengthening all of her powers. What had I done? There were screams in the distance, and I rushed towards them. I came across a large village that was under attack from my cursed army. I commanded the army to stand down and stop attacking it. They looked at me and refused to listen. I noticed they were turning all of the villagers into cursed skeletons. I landed and tried to defend the villagers using my abilities. I realized not only had the witch taken away some of my hearts, but also I didn't have any of my cursed powers now. I had to fight the army using my weapons, but they were not very effective. I flew into the air and spotted skeleton villagers.
Why are you helping us?
I told them I'd seen the errors in my way and wanted to help him out. I asked the villager to follow me back to my base and he would be safe. The villager agreed and hopped on my back as we flew off. I returned to base with the villager and noticed that something looked different. There was a group of skeleton cows here. Buster approached me and said they had wandered by while we were gone, and he built them a place to stay. I thanked them for giving the creatures shelter and told them that we had more work to do. We got to work building a place for the villager to stay in. He was grateful for me sheltering him at my base. Once we finished building, I started to talk to Buster about what could be done to fight back against the curse. He told me in the past there was a resistance that formed together to defeat it.
Last time I heard, they had some kind of like headquarters, but these are just rumors, dude. I don't know if they're true.
Without any other leads, this seemed like my best bet to set things straight. I headed off toward the old headquarters.
Rise from the ash and be born again, Zilla.
What is thy bidding?
There is a dragon I want you to kill.
On days 33 to 35, I was traveling toward the location of the old resistance headquarters when I came to a thick forest. I began to travel on foot to make it easier to spot anything, but all of a sudden, I started to hear rustling in the trees nearby.
Time for you to be ended, dragon!
I was surrounded by members of the resistance. I had seen these people before. Wait, stop! I told the resistance members that I wanted to help. I was tricked by the witch and need to make things right. The resistance members told me that they didn't believe me, but noticed I was far weaker. They decided to take me to their leader. They led me to a massive base with a large interior. Standing before me was the leader of the resistance, who introduced himself as Marky. I told him I wanted to help and defeat the witch. She killed my family.
If what you're saying is true, I will give you a chance to prove yourself through actions.
He told me that when they had defeated the witch in the past, she was not nearly as powerful as I made her now. There has to be something that we can do. I refuse to believe that what I'd done was irreversible.
There is something you can do for us. Go and retrieve our magical scroll.
Marquis explained to me where I could find the temple containing one of the most powerful pieces of magic that had ever been created. I thanked him for the opportunity and headed off. On days 36 to 38, as I made my way towards the temple, I heard something calling my name. What was that? I landed and spotted a giant, monstrous-looking creature.
So you're the dragon the witch has told me about.
Witch? She must have summoned him here just like me. The demon told me that he was on a mission to destroy me and continue to spread the curse. The monster immediately attacked and tried to bite me. I tried to fight back against him, but I dealt no damage. I realized my cursed tools seemed to have no effect on him. He attacked me again, and I noticed that I was taking even more damage as well. I was down to one heart and knew I wouldn't last any longer, so I had no choice but to fly off and escape.
Ha 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 ha! Run away all you want. Soon, you will meet your demise.
Man, I need to get some new gear if I want to survive in this cursed world. I made it away from the creature and landed near a cave. I knew I was going to need to get rid of these cursed tools if I wanted to fight back. I used the tools to gather iron and created a set of iron tools. Afterwards, I created a chest plate and tried to equip it. To my surprise, I wasn't able to put it on. What's going on? I tried to take my cursed armor off, but it seemed to be bound to me. Great. I'm stuck with this stuff now. I couldn't think about it. I had a mission to complete. I made my way to the ancient temple Marky had told me about. Once I entered, I was entrapped in a magical cage.
The curse shall never be able to enter.
Ouch! What was that? I realized I was starting to get hurt. What was this place? The voice spoke again.
Prove your worth.
I was starting to rapidly lose hearts. I didn't have much time. I spoke to the voice, and I told them I now know how wrong I was to spread the witch's curse. As I finished speaking, the cage vanished and turned around to see a pedestal with a strange item on top of it. I collected it, and yes, it was exactly what I was looking for. I headed off from the temple. On days 42 to 44, I returned to base and found Buster. I showed him the scroll and told them about the powers it possessed.
Wait, you can save curses now? Prove it!
The rat and I went to the cow pens, and I used it on the skeletal cows. Immediately, the cows turned back to normal. It works. It really works. We walked around the base, and we both discussed the possibility that this scroll can restore everyone that's been cursed.
Why don't we try using it on one of those villages, huh?
That's a great idea. We visited the cursed villager, and I tried to use the scroll on him. Sadly, it didn't cure him, and I felt bummed out about it. The rat told me not to worry because there's still hope thanks to this cloth. I knew he was right, but I was still upset that I couldn't save everyone right now. The villager approached me and said,
I really am missing my family.
I felt his pain. I was missing the family the witch had taken away from me too. I told him to come with me, and I would look for them with him. We flew off together. On days 45 to 47, the villager and I flew across the land and eventually came across another village. He told me that despite the curse, he hoped his family still lived here. We searched the village and were able to find them. The villager ran towards his family, and I can tell that they missed each other. As I watched the family, I really started to grow sad thinking about my own. How many families had I separated by spreading this curse? I knew what I had to do. I needed to remove this curse from the world to protect families like theirs. I told the family to return to my base. It was safer there. After I watched them leave, I flew over to meet with Marky to show him I'd proven myself and obtained the scroll. I showed him the scroll, and he was impressed to see that I was able to beat the protectors. He was starting to come around.
I don't know much about dragons, but I do know someone who does.
I knew we had to work faster though, so I asked him if he knew any way I could cure myself of the curse and restore more people. Marky dropped me a map and told me hopefully I could find the answers I'm looking for there. I thanked him for helping me.
No, thank you, Fozo. We can't do this without you.
I flew off following the map. While I heard screams of villagers. I noticed that there was a huge army of cursed soldiers being led by the witch. They were attacking a city. I told her she was wrong, and I had to find a way to stop her now.
You do know that scroll isn't going to do anything.
How did she know about the scroll? She told me that she already knew about my plans and that they were futile.
It's too late, Bozo. Soon this world will be completely cursed.
If you think I'm gonna let you have your way, then you've got another thing. Ah! The witch immediately shot me with a spell. She was getting stronger, and I had to leave now.
You won't get away with this. I already have. The witch will be pleased.
On days 51 to 53, I arrived at the location that the map had directed me to. It was a massive temple. What did Marky want me to find here? I headed inside, but the place looked totally abandoned. Is anyone here?
Another dragon?
I turned around to see a large dragon standing behind me. Who are you?
My name is Alden. I feared I was the last of our kind. Long ago, the witch hunted us down. Dragons hold the balance of this world, and she feared we would be able to stop her curse.
I told them how she tricked me, but I was working for the resistance and wanted to help. I already had the scroll, but it wasn't effective. I needed more. Alden told me that some of the ancient dragons that lived before this time had left scales from themselves around the world.
Maybe with those, you can restore your breath and reverse the curse that is on you.
Reverse my own curse? I want nothing more than to bring everyone back to the way it was. I thanked him and left. I started my journey to find the first dragon scale and noticed that more of the curse was spreading throughout the land. I don't know if I'll be able to stop this before it takes over the world, but I must have hope. Everyone is counting on me. I continued flying and saw that a village was being attacked by the witch's cursed army. I wish I never created this. I flew down and protected the villagers from being cursed. It was clear my iron sword was much more effective on them than my cursed weapon was. Once I was able to defeat them, all of the villagers gathered and looked at me. Oh no, are they going to attack? The villagers approached me and thanked me for saving them. I was shocked, but appreciated them.
Thank you, you once evil but now good dragon!
I told them to stay safe and flew off. You know, it felt good to not be seen as a monster. I finally arrived at the desert temple and began my search for the scale. On days 57 to 59, I entered the desert temple and began to look for anything that could resemble a dragon scale. There were strange spirits haunting the temple. Are these part of the witch's army? What are they doing here? The spirits rushed at me and began to attack. I tried to calm them, but they wouldn't listen. I had no choice but to fight them off. They didn't pack too much of a punch, but in numbers, they were strong. Eventually, I was able to defeat all of them and continue to search the temple. I moved through it and came across a room with what looked like a dragon scale in the center. I quickly grabbed it, and the scale combined with my scroll. It felt like a surge of power, and wow, I have 15 hearts. I noticed my boots had changed as well. They were no longer cursed. I tried my dragon breath. Yes, I had a new one. This one was green, and it felt more full of life. Maybe with this, I can reverse more of the curse. On days 60 to 62, I returned to the base and noticed the villager and his family were here. I tested out my new breath and was able to lift the curse from them, turning them back into regular villagers.
Thank you so much!
I told them that they can return to their village, but they refused. They wanted to stay with me. I decided to use some of the material I had to expand the villager's house and give his family enough space. I was still in the building mood, so I spent some time making upgrades to my house, as well as the farm. We were definitely going to need the extra food with them around.
Hey, Fozo, what's with all the commotion, huh?
I told them that I invited the villagers to come join us here if they wanted to stay away from the curse. The rat didn't seem too happy about that. I asked him what was wrong. He told me that with more people coming to base, he felt like I would forget about him. I told him not to ever think like that, because I would never forget him. He was my best friend in this cursed world.
Yeah. Thanks, Fozo. I really appreciate that.
Suddenly, a member of the resistance arrived at my base.
Fozo, we need your help.
He then died, and I knew they were in trouble. I rushed back to the resistance headquarters. On days 63 to 65, I made it to Marky's castle, and the place was completely destroyed. I flew around, and all I can see was destruction and fire. I finally spotted Marky and flew down to him. What happened?
The witch. She found our location and destroyed our entire operation.
He told me that he was surprised because the witch wasn't this powerful before. This isn't good. If this keeps up, the witch will be unstoppable.
You're our only hope, Fozo. We must work faster before it is too late.
I told them to send any survivors to my base. If this location was compromised, they would be safer there. Marky told me where I could possibly find the next dragon scale. He knew one of the ancient dragons made her home at an ice temple. I thanked Marky and told him to be careful. I flew away from the castle and headed for the temple. I flew up the mountains and felt something familiar about this place. What was it? I landed and found a dragon's nest, but it was destroyed. I walked around the nest and I instinctively knew what this place was. Was this
your home?
I turned around and the witch was right behind me. She told me that she knew that I'd find my way here eventually. What are you doing here? Come to destroy more families? Well, not today, because I'm stopping you.
Oh, Fozo, nothing will have any effect on what has been done, not even dragon magic.
No, I don't believe you.
No matter what you do, the curse will not be undone. You have already lost and you don't even know.
I immediately attacked the witch with my new dragon breath, but she dodged my attack. I won't let you destroy anyone else's home like mine. You took everything from me. The witch laughed and began to fight back against me. I can tell her power had increased since we fought last. I knew if I continued fighting, all of what we were working for could be lost. I realized that the best thing I could do was flee. I flew out and made my way towards the temple. Next time, you won't be so lucky, witch. On days 69 to 71, I arrived at the ice temple Marky had told me about. I made my way inside and began to look for the dragon scale. It didn't take long before I'd found it. Yes! I rushed up to collect it, and it combined with the other and the scroll. I felt a surge of power, and my cursed chest plate was replaced with a new one. I also noticed that I had 20 hearts. This seemed too easy. Like something else had to be waiting for me.
Bozo, I should have expected you were here.
He rushed at me, and we started a fight. I threw everything I had at him using my breath of life.
Oh, so strong.
I was close to taking him down for good, but then left the temple. What was that? Where is he going with it? I tried to rush after him, but he was gone. I thought I finally had him. Ugh, no matter. I headed off to test my new upgrades. Now that I had 2 of the scales, I wanted to test my breath on some of the cursed mobs. I noticed a village that was completely cursed. The village was full of skeleton villagers. I used my breath on them, but nothing happened. Come on, this has to work. I have to save everyone this time. I gathered up all of the strength and used my breath on the entire village. The villagers and the village started to turn back to normal. The curse was gone. The villagers surrounded me and thanked me.
Thank you, scary dragon. You're not a bad guy. Guys, he's not a bad guy.
It felt great to be appreciated for my good deeds. I needed to tell Buster the good news, so I flew back towards my base.
Go! Destroy Bozo!
Yes, as you wish.
On days 75 to 77, I returned to my base and noticed that the resistance had arrived. Buster told me while I was gone, they showed up. They immediately started to construct houses for themselves, as well as help the villagers with their homes.
You know, you're kind of a hero, Fozo. Word of you has started to spread around the world, and everyone is motivated everywhere.
I asked him what he meant, and he told me that more and more villagers were starting to believe the curse could be lifted. That's excellent news. But how do you feel?
I don't know, to be honest with you, I'm still mad at them for how they treated me. Always making me feel like an outcast and all.
Hey, look around at everyone here. Things are gonna change. How much a few simple acts of hospitality brought joy to all of these people? We just gotta keep it up.
Yeah, you might be right, Fozo, but...
He was interrupted by Marky running over to us.
The witch's creation is terrorizing a nearby city. You have to save those people.
I told Buster our conversation could wait and rushed off to save them. On days 78 to 80, I confronted the T-Rex demon in the city. Your reign of terror ends now, Zilla.
You fool! I'm nothing more than a pawn in all of this.
The monster told me that soon the witch will reach her final form, and there's nothing I could do to stop her. Yeah, we'll see about that. Our fight began, and Zilla charged at me to go in for a bite. I immediately dodged his attack and knocked him back. I was much stronger than I was before, so I knew that I could beat him, but it just won't be that easy. Zilla tried to curse me, and I lost 5 of my hearts. I blew my purifying breath and greatly injured him.
You will never win, Fozo. You've already lost.
I shot my breath on him again and finally defeated the T-Rex demon. Good. Now I needed to go and find the witch.
Now this world will finally be cursed!
On days 81 to 85, I arrived at the witch's lair and began to search around for her. Where could she possibly be? As I looked around the base, I started to search through her chest, and to my surprise, she had a dragon scale. As I grabbed the scale, it combined with the others, and suddenly, I gained another 5 hearts, and my pants converted too. How did she get this?
It was your father's. I took it from him when I defeated him.
You're a monster. I will never let you get away with any of this. And now that I have all my scales, I'm going to stop you.
You're too late. I have everything I need to reach my final form. Nothing you do now even matters.
She began a fight against me. I had everything I needed and knew there was no way I would stand a chance against her now. I rushed away from her and headed somewhere that I hoped she wouldn't. I flew away from the witch and landed on the mountains where I used to live. I started to wonder. I had all the scales. Why am I not a regular dragon again? I tried to use my breath on myself, but it had no effect. How come I just can't break my own curse? Had all of this just been a waste of time? Instead of defeating the witch, I let her become so powerful to the point where now I can't stop her. I heard a strange noise and saw a flash of light. Suddenly, my father was standing before me.
Your heart, son. That is what makes a dragon what we are.
My father told me that the witch had taken my heart to create the curse that was on me. And if I wanted to return, I'll need a new heart. Wait, Dad, how will I be able to bring you back as well, though? I need your help to defeat her.
There is no way to bring us back, son. We are already gone, but you can still save the world.
My father told me to head back to my base. Someone was waiting for me. Before I could say any more, he vanished. Wait, no, Dad! Oh, man. I hoped that he knew what he was talking about. I headed off towards my base. On days 91 and 94, I returned and saw everyone gathered around. I looked and saw Alden had arrived at my base. Alden, I thought you were too weak to travel.
I could sense the world needed me to do so.
He continued to say that although I cannot bring my family back, I can use his heart.
With my heart, you will be able to save the world. You just need to believe in yourself.
The old dragon said he had lived in fear for too long and wanted to make things right. Alden passed away and dropped his heart in front of me. No, I was stunned, but I knew he believed it was right. I collected the heart and I felt so strong and powerful. In a flash of light, my curse was lifted and I returned to a normal dragon. I noticed that I had 30 hearts and all my cursed armor had been converted. I was cured. Marky and Buster approached me and we began to formulate a plan to fight back against the witch. If I was able to restore more of the world, it might weaken her enough and give me a fighting chance to defeat her.
Good luck, Fozo.
Be careful, buddy. Come back alive, all right?
I will, Buster. I will. On days 95 to 99, I left the base and began to travel from village to village, lifting the curse from each area. I made sure I went far and wide to reach as many villages as I could. As I left, villagers cheered for me, calling me their savior. It felt great to lift the curse and restore things the way they should be. But all of a sudden, as I was looking for more villages, I spotted the witch's army moving, and it was far larger than I'd ever remembered. I began to fly over the army and fight back against them. As I used my breath, I noticed that many of them were changing back. The cured people began to fight back with me, and I told them to let me restore everyone. With one large breath, I was able to convert everyone back to normal. One of the resistance members approached me and told me that I needed to end the witch now before she was able to create another cursed army. You're right. I'm running out of time before the witch uses her abilities to curse everyone. I need to stop her now. It was day 100 as I arrived at the witch's base. I spotted her and noticed that she seemed weaker than when I last saw her. It's over. You have lost. I have already defeated your army, and I'm gonna defeat you too, if I have to.
I will never surrender, Fozo. I created you, and I will take you out now if I must. This world will be my cursed dream.
Never! She shot a large spell at me, and I nearly dodged it before rushing at her with my own attacks. As I hit her with my dragon breath, I noticed that she was growing smaller and smaller. This must be the secret to defeating her.
This cannot be! You cannot win!
I'm fighting for more than just my own selfish purposes, witch. But you wouldn't know what that's like. I kept attacking her and could tell that she was growing more and more frustrated.
Bozo, now is your chance. She's weaker than she has been.
I could hear my dad's voice guiding me through the battle and saw her growing smaller once again. I told her to give up because it was no use anymore.
I will curse you!
So I used my dragon breath one more time on her and took her down for good. The curse had been lifted across the world, and now it was time for a new beginning.